Hey everyone, so आज मैं लॉ ऑफ केमिकल कॉम्बिनेशंस कंप्लीट कर दूंगा. कंप्लीट तो नहीं, बट आई जस्ट वांट टू गो थ्रू दीज लॉज वंस, क्योंकि मेरे को 15 मिनट में समझ में तो आने नहीं वाले हैं. सो द गोल इज टू जस्ट गो थ्रू दीज वंस एंड उसके बाद थोड़े न्यूमेरिकल्स स्टार्ट होने वाले, तो वहाँ से थोड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग हो जाएगा. एंड एज ऑफ सिग्निफिकेंट फिगर एंड डायमेंशन एनालिसिस ये अभी भी पेंडिंग है, इनको मैं बाद में देखने वाला हूँ. लेट्स स्टार्ट विद लॉस ऑफ केमिकल कॉम्बिनेशंस. तो इसमें हमारे पास कितने 5 लॉ आ गए हैं. फर्स्ट इज लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ मास, सेकेंड इज law of definite proportion, third law of multiple proportion, fourth one is Gay-Lussac's law of gaseous volume, and fifth one is Avogadro's law. Okay, it's AVO. Proportion. So let's start with the first law. जैसे मैंने बोला, I just want to cover this section maybe in my next live stream. I will जो भी मेरे डाउट्स है वो मैं कवर करूँगा, क्लियर करूँगा using Claude. So law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. So this law was forged by Antony Lavoisier. आई थिंक इसको फादर ऑफ केमिस्ट्री बोलते हैं मेरे हिसाब से, डोंट नो. जो हमारी प्रैक्टिकल नोटबुक्स आती थी उसमें शायद से इसका नाम भी लिखा होता था. He performed careful sequential study for combustion reaction and reached to the conclusion that in all physical and chemical change there is no net change in mass during the process. Hence he reached matter can neither be created nor destroyed. Okay, so the law is matter can neither ही guess करेंगे, and okay, neither be created nor destroyed. तो कैसे, how did he discover? So the net change in mass before and after a chemical process was same. मैं इसको एक ऐसे डायग्राम रिमेम्बर करना चाहता हूँ. साल से हमारे पास एक केमिकल रिएक्शन हुआ. So before the reaction and after the reaction, mass is m1 and उसके बाद भी mass is equal to m1. This is called law of conservation. The law formed the basis for several later development. In fact, this was the result of exact measurement of masses of reactions and products, carefully planned experiment performed by Lavoisier. So the next one is law of definite proportion. So this was given by a chemist, Joseph Prowse. He stated that a given compound always contains exactly the same proportion of element by weight. A given compound always contains exactly the same proportion of elements by weight. Prowse worked with two samples of cupric carbonate, one of which was natural, other is synthetic. He found that the composition of element present in, thus he concluded that irrespective of the source, a given compound always contains same element combined together in the same proportion. So I think this is a given compound always contain same element combined together in the same proportion by mass. So in plain terms, a given compound always contains same element. क्यूप्रिक कार्बोनेट का क्या फॉर्मूला होगा? CuCO3 क्यूप्रिक, आई थिंक इसका 3+ आयोन होते हैं जितना मेरे को याद है. क्यूप्रिक कार्बोनेट का देखते हैं क्या है. क्यूप्रिक कार्बोनेट केमिकल फॉर्मूला CuCO3. Okay, so this is copper 2 actually, not copper 3. My bad, my bad boys. तो यहाँ 2+ है, 2- तो वो इवन बैलेंस आउट हो जाते हैं. CuCO3. ओके, तो उसने क्या किया, he took CuCO3. मेरे को यहाँ पे सबस्क्रिप्ट या सुपरस्क्रिप्ट लिखने का पता नहीं है, तो मैं I'm gonna use the wrong writing style. Two sources, from two sources. One was natural, other one was artificial. Natural artificial. So the percentage of copper, carbon and oxygen was same. The percentage of copper, carbon and oxygen was same in both the sources. I mean ये याद करने की जरूरत नहीं, but just in case यहाँ पे रख देते हैं. Then we have law of multiple proportion. multiple proportion. This law was proposed by Dalton in 1803. According to this law, if two elements can combine to form more than one compound, the mass of one element that combines with the fixed mass of other element are in ratio of small whole numbers. नो क्लू भाई क्या है, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया. तो ये like 2 is a whole number, 16 is whole number, so you get a whole number which combined with fixed mass of hydrogen. ये क्लॉड से पूछना पड़ेगा क्या है सीन है इसका. If two elements can combine to form more than one compound, the masses of one element that combines with a fixed mass of the other element क्या है F1 compound. The masses of one element that combine with the fixed mass of other element are in the ratio of small whole numbers. For example, hydrogen combines with oxygen to form two compounds. Okay, hydrogen peroxide H2O2 बोलते हैं शायद से इसको. Yeah, the masses of oxygen 16. Oh, okay. 2 16:32. ये कैसे आया? ना यार मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया लॉ क्या है. Let's just say hydrogen 2 grams plus oxygen 16 grams gives H2O, which is 18 grams. नीचे ले जा रहा है. And again hydrogen 2 grams plus oxygen, this time 32 grams give hydrogen peroxide, which is 34 grams. What is the chemical formula for hydrogen peroxide? H2O2. Then we have the Gay-Lussac's law. Law of gaseous volume. This was given by Gay-Lussac when gases combine or are produced. When gases combine or are produced in a chemical reaction, they do so in a simple ratio provided all gases are of the same temperature and pressure. So there's 100 milliliter of hydrogen combined with 50 milliliter to give 100 milliliter of water vapor. Thus the volume of hydrogen and oxygen which combine 100 ml and where the simple ratio of 2 is to 1. Discovery of integer ratio and volume relationship is actually the law of definite proportion by volume. Stated earlier was the respect to mass was explained properly by the work of Avogadro. मेरे को ये समझ में नहीं आया तो इसको मैं नोट कर लेता हूँ. और फिर क्लाउड से पूछेंगे क्या मतलब है इसका. Did not understand. Okay, so last one is Avogadro's law. इसको कवर करने के बाद I'll end the stream. Daltons और ये बाकी सब जो है मैं नेक्स्ट लाइव स्ट्रीम में कवर करूँगा. So the last one is Avogadro's law. सारे हो गए ना? Gay-Lussac's law. हाँ, okay. Then we have Avogadro's law. So Avogadro proposed that equal volume of gases at same temperature and pressure should contain equal number of molecules. Equal volume of all gases at the same temperature and pressure should contain equal number of molecules. Distinction between which is quite understandable in present time. If we consider again the reaction of hydrogen and oxygen to produce water, we see that 2 volume of hydrogen combined with 1 volume of oxygen in to give 2 volume of water without leaving any unreacted oxygen. Note that in figure 1.9, ठीक है, 1 volume of hydrogen, 1 volume of hydrogen, 2 volume of water vapor. The 2 volume of hydrogen react with 1 volume of oxygen to give 2 box contain equal number of molecules. In fact, Avogadro could explain the above result by considering the molecules to be polyatomic. If hydrogen as diatomic as recognized now, then the above result are easily understandable. How Dalton and others believed at the time that atoms of the same kind cannot combine and molecules of oxygen or hydrogen contain two atoms did not exist. Okay, so I think ये दो इसलिए बनाए क्योंकि उनको पता नहीं था H2 and O2 can like exist. In spite of being correct, it did not gain much support. After about 50 years, in 1860, the first international chemist was held to resolve various ideas at the meeting. Stanton presented a sketch of a course of chemical philosophy which emphasized on the importance of Avogadro's law. भाई क्या L movement है? You discover something so great but no one recognizes it. It takes 50 years. इक्वल वॉल्यूम ऑफ गैसेस एट रूम टेम्परेचर। चलो लॉ तो मैंने नोट डाउन कर लिया। अभी मेरे को टाइम तो लगेगा थोड़ा सा इसको ब्रश अप करने में। अभी मेरा ऑफिस है। सो थैंक यू गाइस सो मच फॉर ट्यूनिंग। जी जी।